Holy smokes! Look at the size of that thing. Pull together now. Pull harder now. Keep it tight. Don't let him go. Tighten the drag. Watch the starboard side. We almost got it. Move! Pull the net! Now all together! All hands on deck! Keep the tension, don't let it break free!
This should hold it steady. Looks good. Let's see what we catch.
In the middle of a freezing winter, when the lake is covered in white snow, European fishermen begin their workday in the bitter cold. The sound of boots crunching on the ice, the sound of wind whistling through the snowy forest marks the beginning of a familiar but no less harsh fishing trip. Each net is lowered, their breath steaming in the cold air. Then the awaited moment arrives, when the net is pulled up. The sparkling silver tuna appear, reflecting the dim morning light. The group works in harmony, harvesting each large, healthy fish. On the ice, the cold air covers the fish, creating a scene that is both harsh and majestic. The sacks gradually fill up, marking a bumper fishing season. On the White Ice Lake, tuna batches were pulled up one after another. Each fish was large and strong, covered in a layer of cold frost, lined up in long rows, proof of a productive day of work. Fishermen in thick coats and gloves quickly gathered the fish into bags. Each group coordinated well in the late afternoon light. Each move on the ice was steady and determined like many winters past. The team stood in a row, lifting the heavy bags of fish. Their breath billowed out like smoke, blending into the cold air. Beside them, dozens of others gathered around the large piles of fish, a bustling harvest scene in the middle of the northern winter. As the sun gradually disappeared behind the snowy forest, the harvest scene entered its climax. Groups of fishermen quickly gathered the fish, divided them up to transport, and the sound of laughter echoed in the cold air. Large bags of fish were stacked neatly. Everyone's breath turned into a hazy smoke, reflecting the pale yellow light of the winter afternoon. Each person wore thick coats and gloves, walking steadily on the ice, coordinating well like a machine that had been used to operating through many seasons. In the distance, a group of people pulled sledges loaded with fish. The atmosphere of work was bustling but warm, connecting an entire community around the frozen lake. Above, fishermen were still diligently collecting the last bags of fish in the dim light of the winter afternoon. Each movement was precise and decisive, like a familiar ritual repeated for generations. And beneath the cold ice, the world of tuna schools opened up. Light from the lake surface shone down, shining through the clear water, creating a magical scene. The large tuna moved in schools, weaving through the nets that were being pulled up. White foam swirled along, the light glinting off each fin. On the surface of the ice, the last bags of fish were tied tightly. Under the cold water, the flow of life continued, both fierce and strangely beautiful. The late afternoon sun cast a pale orange hue over the lake. A cold wind blew gently, carrying the breaths of the fishermen who were still patiently working on the ice holes. They diligently checked their nets, pulling each line in the still and harsh atmosphere. Besides the fishermen, their calloused hands, thick gloves, and focused eyes clearly showed their long-term commitment to the profession. Everyone coordinated smoothly like a group that had experienced hundreds of
Almost
winters.
there, lads. Keep pulling.
From afar, the group formed a long line, pulling the net together under the cold, misty sky. The working atmosphere was both urgent and simple, like the rhythm of life that had become a tradition in this icy region.
What a catch. This will feed the village for weeks.
Indeed. I've never seen one this thick.
As the last nets were pulled up, the lake seemed to come alive. Large bags of tuna were lined up on the white ice, covered in a cold mist that shimmered in the dim light of the winter afternoon. Fishermen divided the fish, tied the bags, and loaded them onto sleds. The voices of people calling to each other, the sound of footsteps, and the tightening of ropes combined to create a bustling work song in the icy space. From everywhere, people gathered at the center of the lake, where the giant piles of fish were gathered. Faces were rosy from the cold but beaming with joy. The whole community joined in the hustle and bustle of work and pride. Long lines of fishermen stood in rows, lifting traditional wooden spears in the sunset. A majestic scene, closing a successful day of fishing.
This is a good haul, worth the cold night.
Agreed, let's get these loaded up quickly.